بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيبنا وحبيب رب العالمين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وعن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه. Abu Sa'id Khudri radiallahu anh, he narrates, أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, إِنَّ مِمَّا أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُم مِّن بَعْدِ مَا يُفْتَحُ عَلَيْكُم مِّن زَهْرَةِ الدُّنْيَا وَزِينَتِهَا. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said that from the things that I fear upon you. And who is he saying this? He's saying this to the Sahaba radiallahu anh, not to mere you. Sahaba radiallahu anh, the greatest generation, those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. I fear upon you min ba'di, after me, after I leave this world, ma yuftahu alaykum min zahrati dunya wa zinatiha, that the glitz and glamour of the world. Zahra means adornment. Zina is also decoration of this world. They open up upon you. In essence, what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was saying is that I'm fearing that you will be given so much wealth that you will become busy with these things, and then you will be prevented from doing the things that you were doing before, the ibadat that you were doing before. And along with that, the opulence and luxury will lead to bad character traits coming within you. And that you'll leave doing the things that were preparing you for death, or the things that were raising your ranks. That's essentially what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was saying. فَقَالَ رَجُلٌ, a man said, and this person wasn't known. The thing is, a lot of times when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would mention something, the Sahaba radiallahu anh, they would be hesitant to ask. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ma'idah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tasalu an ashya'a in tubda lakum tasu'kum. O believers, don't ask about things that if you ask and you find out, you're not going to like it. So the Sahabi, they had love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but there was a level of formality that they had, adab. Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, Umar radiallahu anh, they had adab with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, of course, but that takalluf wasn't there, right? They were able to talk to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like those were like his advice. He would always be with them, so they could talk more freely. So if something needed to be said, they would say it. Otherwise, the Sahaba radiallahu anh, they said, we used to love when an intelligent Bedouin, somebody from outside of Medina, would come and visit, because they don't have any pretension and takalluf. They'll say whatever they want to say. So over here, they stood out and they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فَقَالَ رَجُلٌ, they asked that, I'm missing it now. Ya Rasulullah, أَوَيَأْتِ الْخَيْرُ بِالشَّرِّ, can good bring evil? Because the word khair, usually when it's used in the Quran, the word khair, it refers to wealth, right? What is it? وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. Love of wealth is good. The word good, khair, is being used to describe wealth. Why? Because in and of itself it's good. If, for example, you gain spoils of war, that's how the Muslims are going to become wealthy. This is something that's good. So they're saying, Ya Rasulullah, does good lead to bad? Does good bring bad? The answer is no. What Rasulullah ﷺ is essentially going to tell is that good, wealth is not bad in and of itself, but it can lead to bad. It could be a means of bad. So he asked this question, فَسَكَّتَ. Now Rasulullah ﷺ was silent for some time. This is important. This teaches us that you don't have to answer every question that's asked to you, right? Like when you study the Ifta course, when you're becoming a mufti, the first thing, like the first few days, they just teach you about the virtue of saying, I don't know. I don't know. Like Abdullah bin Masud radiallahu anh, he said, La adri nisful ilm. Saying I don't know is half of knowledge. Yeah, you don't have to say lan adri, I'll never know, right? But you could say that I don't know right now. There's times people ask you questions, say I don't know. I'll find out. I'll check for you. Especially it's Mukhim Bhai here. Mukhim Bhai always comes after me. What's the hadith behind this masas? I don't know right now. I'll check. I'll tell you tomorrow. Right? So, no, it's okay. It's good. It always keeps me on my toes as well. Right? So anyways, you should be able to say, you don't always have to give an answer. This is the problem that many of these, celebrity religious personalities are getting into. They're very good in a given field. They're good at da'wah. They're good at comparative religion. They're good at Arabic language. But they're not a scholar. They shouldn't, there you are. Right? They're not a scholar, right? So they shouldn't answer every single question. That's the thing, right? They shouldn't. But then they do. They feel like, if I don't say something, people will think that I'm less, right? In reality, if you make a fool of yourself by saying something, and somebody who's actually in the know, they'll say, wow, this person doesn't know anything. You'll lose all credibility in their eyes. As opposed to you saying, I don't know, and you finding out Allah will put azmat in people's hearts for you because you have humility to say, I don't know. You have enough confidence to say, I don't know. When a person is inconfident, when a person doesn't have confidence in their abilities and with who they are, they feel that they need to do every single thing, right? And when you gain more confidence, you get the confidence to say, I don't know, or this is not my field. You could go to somebody else, right? So Rasulullah says he was silent. حَتَّى ظَنَنَّا أَنَّهُ يُنزَلُ عَلَيْهِ. And then we sensed that revelation was coming to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قَالَ. Then this Abu Sa'id Khudri radiallahu anh, he says, فَمَسَحَ عَنْهُ رُحَضَى. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he wiped away the sweat on his forehead. وَقَالَ أَيْنَ السَّائِلِ. He said, where is the questioner? وَكَأَنَّهُ حَمِدَهُ. It was as if he praised him. Why? Because some of the Sahaba might have been thinking, why did you ask this question? Right? So then Rasulullah SAW wanted to point him out to praise him. Look, it's a good question that you ask. People are learning from this. Look, there's good questions and there's bad questions. Like people sometimes they say there's no such thing as a bad question. 11, 12 years of imamat will say, no, there's plenty of stupid questions, right? There's plenty of stupid questions. My teacher said one time somebody called him, 2 in the morning. He said, what do you need? Is it divorce or something? The person said, we're sitting together, Mufti Sahab. We're sitting together and we're discussing what color is Ashab-e Kahf's dog. Right? This is a stupid question. Well, what does it do? Allah doesn't mention that in the Quran. It has nothing to do with your hidayat. If he's black or white or brown, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, this is a good question. فَقَالَ. He responded, إِنَّهُ لَا يَأْتِ الْخَيْرُ بِالشَّرِّ. Good does not bring evil in and of itself. Wealth does not bring bad in and of itself. So many of the Sahaba, as I mentioned yesterday, they were wealthy. وَإِنَّ مِمَّا يُنْبِتُ الرَّبِيعُ مَا يَقْتُلُ حَبَطًا أَوْ يُلِمَّ. Look, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, the spring does not kill, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't kill. Okay? إِلَّا آكِلَةُ الْخَضِرِ أَكَلَتْ حَتَّى امْتَدَّتْ خَاصِرَتَاهَا. It will only kill. Or no, then the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he gives an example. He says that, look, there are some animals, what they do is they eat all of the greenery that comes out in the spring. أَكَلَتْ حَتَّى امْتَدَّتْ خَاصِرَتَاهَا. Until its sides, it expands. Right? That's what wealth does as well. A person gets so much wealth, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep consuming? No. Then istaqbalat ayn ash-shams. Now this animal goes, it stops. It faces the sun. فَثَلَطَتْ وَبَالَتْ. Then it defecates and it urinates. ثُمَّ عَادَتْ فَأَكَلَتْ. Right? Then what this animal does is it relieves its burden. Similarly, a person, they get wealth, a lot of wealth, but then if they go and they relieve themselves of this wealth, they use it in ways that are good, no problem. ثُمَّ عَادَتْ فَأَكَلَتْ. Then it goes back and eats. Then you get more. Then you use it properly. وَإِنَّ هَذَا الْمَالَ خَضِرَةٌ حُلْوَةٌ. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, and verily this wealth is green and it's sweet. The reason Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says green things, they die eventually. Wealth also passes very quickly. فَمَنْ أَخَذَهُ بِحَقِّهِ, whoever takes the wealth properly, وَوَضَعَهُ فِي حَقِّهِ, and places it properly, puts it in its proper place. فَنِعْمَ الْمَعُونَةُ هُوَ, it is a great means of assistance. وَمَنْ أَخَذَهُ بِغَيْرِ حَقِّهِ, and whoever takes it in an unjust or incorrect manner, كَانَ كَالَّذِي يَأْكُلُ وَلَا يَشْبَعُ, he is like a person who eats and is not satiated. You eat till you die. وَيَكُونُ شَهِيدًا عَلَيْهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, and this wealth will be a witness against the person on the Day of Judgment, that this person had wealth but they used it for bad things. There's few more hadiths, I'll read them, no, not too much explanation is needed, inshallah. Okay, وعن عمرو بن عوف رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فوالله للفقر أخشى عليكم. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, by Allah, I don't fear poverty upon you. ولكن أخشى عليكم أن تبسط عليكم الدنيا. Rather, I feel that the dunya be expanded upon you كما بسطت على من كان قبلكم, like it was expanded for those who came before you. فَتَنَافَسُوهَا كَمَا تَنَافَسُوهَا, then you will be greedy and you will compete for dunya like the people before you competed for dunya. وَتُهْلِكَكُمْ كَمَا أَهْلَكَتْهُمْ, and the wealth will destroy you like it destroyed them. Muttafaqun alayh. Most of the times we're worried about our children's dunya. We're worried what will happen if they don't have this when I die. Worry more about their akhirah. Right? Wealth can be, Umar bin Abdul Aziz didn't leave anything for his children. He said, if they're good, Allah will take care of them. And if they're bad, why am I going to give them wealth to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more with? وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال اللهم اجعل رزق آل محمد قوتا وفي رواية كفافة متفق عليه. Rasulullah says, made dua, oh Allah, make the rizq of the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam quta, or quta. There's different meanings of it. One meaning is, just enough that will keep them from going hungry, or enough that will take care of them, but it won't fall into overdoing it. Or in another narration, kafafa, enough. And some have even said, quta and kafafa mean one day, only food and drink for one day. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the leader of mankind, is making this dua for his family, right? But if there's barakah in it, that's enough. Barakah is enough even if you have just one day. Yeah, if a person, like if your iman is going to be affected, if you don't have a lot, then make dua for, work for more, but make dua always for barakah. It's not the numbers that matter, it's the barakah that matters. The next dua, our next hadith points to this. وعن عبد الله بن عمرو رضي الله عنهما قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قد أفلح من أسلم ورزق كفافا. Verily, aflaha is the most comprehensive word in the Arabic language according to Imam Raghib al-Isfahani. It encompasses every type of success. Completely successful is the one man aslama, who has accepted Islam, or the one who's safe from kuffar, from harm, different meanings. The one who's secure, it could also mean. وَرُزِقَ كَفَافًا, and has been given just enough. وَقَنَّعَهُ اللَّهُ بِمَا آتَاهُ, and Allah has made him satisfied with that which he has given. Rawahu Muslim. Imam Muslim rahmatullahi alayh, he narrates this hadith, that the most successful person is the one who is safe, again, or has accepted Islam, can be different meanings, and that's been just given enough, but that's been given contentment. Remember the dua I taught you like a week ago that 3 people learned, right? Allahumma inni as'aluka nafsan bika mutma'inna tu'minu biliqa'ik wa tarda biqada'ik wa taqna'u bi'ata'ik. That, oh Allah, I ask you for a content soul. Tu'minu biliqa'ik, that believes in meeting you. Tu'minu wa tarda biqada'ik, and that's pleased with your decree. Wa taqna'u bi'ata'ik, and that's happy with that which you have given, that's content. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, the person who's content with that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them, they have reached the highest, the pinnacle of success, right? Because you are happy. You are like, Allah has given me enough, I don't need any more. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to achieve this level of qana'ah as well. وآخر دعوانا الحمد